So, Venkatesh, tell me the purpose of studying the subject strength of material.
Yes, sir. Strength of material is generally divided into two parts, sir. Like strength and material. So strength is the maximum value of stress which we can be loaded up to failure points. The purpose of studying strength of material is to know how much resistance a material can how much resistance the material can provide under different loading condition, so that we can know the maximum value of stress the material can sustain, so that we can prevent the failure of components under the loading, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what do you mean by the failure of a component?
So yeah, failure of a component is suppose if we take any like a ductile material, sir. If the value of stressor crosses the yield stressor, then the material gets permanently deformed, sir. Which is the case of failure for a ductile material, sir. Whereas for case of a brittle material, there will be no yield point phenomena, and it will be break suddenly, sir. So it will be the ultimate strength, sir. If it reaches that point, the material will fail.
Mm-hmm. So, can you let me know a situation where even after yielding of the material, ductile materials, it is not considered as a failure?
Yes, sir. In manufacturing process, sir, we generally do not consider the if you take examples like sheet metal operations, sir, where the material needs to be fractured, sir. In that case, we don't consider that as a failure, sir. Yield as a failure.
Mm-hmm.
In that, we need to fracture, so that uh, we need to break that component, sir. In that case, we don't consider yielding as a failure, sir.
Okay. So, can you let me know the difference between plasticity and this elasticity?
Yes, sir. Elasticity is defined as the ability of the material to regain its original shape and size even after unloading. Whereas in plasticity, it is the ability of the material, it will not regain its original shape and size after unloading, sir. There will be some permanent deformation.
Mm-hmm. So, in case of let us say mild steel specimen that you may have studied about, uh, in that specimen or in that material, which one is more, elasticity or plasticity?
So for mild steel, plastic region is more, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Elastic region will be less.
Hmm. Okay. So, have you heard the term strain hardening?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, strain hardening is the process by which the strength of a component is increased by subjecting the material to plastic deformation, sir.
Mm-hmm. So, why it happens?
Yes, sir. Whenever the load is applied on whenever load is applied on the material, some dislocations are created in the material, sir. So every material has a grain, sir, and in that grains, atoms are oriented in random directions, and in each grain, some dislocations are created, sir. And when the load is applied, these dislocations prevent the motion, sir, in the material. So due to this obstruction of motion, the material becomes more brittle, and the strength will increase, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, is it strain hardening is a desired property or not?
Depends, sir.
Is it a desired, required? Is it good?
Sir, whenever we want to increase the strength, it is a one of the strengthening mechanisms, sir. If we want to increase the strength of any component, it is one of the method. It is
Mhm.
designed in some cases, depends, sir. Every time we cannot say it is used.
Mhm.
Like whenever we do some operations like rolling and other rolling operations, like it in that process also material becomes undergoes strain hardening, sir, so that it becomes more and more brittle, so that more amount of force will be uh, required to perform the rolling operation in the next stage, so that it is not desirable, sir, in that case. So we perform operations like annealing, so that we can apply less force in the next operation. So that
So you're saying that in case of rolling,
is,
this property is not desired.
like if due to we require more force, right, sir, because it is continuously subjected to that
No,
plastic
that is
deforming.
okay. But why you carry out the rolling then?
Sir, rolling is simply like you want to convert into thin sheets, large thickness materials.
So
By
what I'm
con-
saying is why then rolling is what is the purpose of rolling? You are saying that strain hardening is not desirable in rolling, right?
yes, sir.
So then what is the purpose of rolling?
Sir, just we want to convert the material of larger thickness into smaller thickness, by using of two rollers, which we supply energy. Like if in case strain hardening takes place, the yield strength of the material continuously increases, no, sir. So that
No,
we
no.
need
So
to.
then better to go for hot rolling only. Why to go for cold rolling? If your purpose is just for the if your purpose is just thickness reduction, then why to go for cold rolling? Go for
like
hot rolling.
yes, sir. Like in cold rolling, we will get good surface finish also, no, sir.
That is the only thing that is required in cold rolling. Just to get the good surface finish, you deform the material in cold state, and that too large amount of energy is invested in that.
Sir, in cold rolling also, we will get a good fatigue strength, sir, compared
Sorry,
to
what is
hot.
that?
Fatigue strength will be good, sir. In
Breaking strength.
sorry, sir, no. Fatigue strength, I thought, sir. I'm not sure.
Okay. So what are bending stresses?
Yes, sir. Bending stresses are stresses which are generated whenever the material is subjected to lateral loading, sir. Bending stresses are either compressive or tensile, sir, in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Bending stresses will be generated when there will be two types of loads, sir. When there will be a lateral loading and eccentric lateral loading. In both cases, other than bending stresses will be generated, sir.
Okay. So what are the factors on which bending stresses depends?
Sir, I did not get the exact question.
Hmm?
Sir, I did not get the exact question.
So what are the factors or the parameters on which the bending stress depends?
Yes, sir. Bending stress. Sir, bending stress depends on the bending moment, sir, from the bending equation,
Mm-hmm.
and it also depends on the section modulus, sir. Like if a material has a higher section modulus, sir, then the bending stress will be lesser. Like a beam can resist more amount of bending moments, sir.
Hmm. So can you have the different section modulus for the same cross-sectional area?
No, sir, like you are saying at different sections in the same beam.
Sorry?
Sir, like you are saying that different sections, the section modulus will be different.
No, 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 no. My question is, can you have the same this no, no, let me just my question was, for, can you have the different section modulus for the same cross-sectional area?
Sir, like section modulus depends on the geometry. So no, sir, it will have one value.
Sorry?
It will have one value, sir.
Okay. Uh, okay, so have you heard about the beam of uniform strength?
Yes, sir. Like
So,
beam.
okay, let us say you are having that rack behind you, right?
Yes, sir.
So, is that rack, can I consider it as a beam of uniform strength?
Sir, like we need to beam of uniform strength means like at every section along the length of the beam, the maximum stress should be same, sir. For beam of uniform strength.
Mhm. So my question is,
Yes.
can I call that rack?
No, sir. Like at every section, the stresses are different, sir. Because because on the track, the weights of components are different, sir. At every section, so that the stress induced at every section will be different. So we
So
cannot.
which one is better, beam of uniform strength or the rack that you have made over there at your home? How can you convert? My question is, how can you convert? Let us say if you have to convert that rack into a rack of uniform strength, can you convert it?
Yes, sir. Like
Let us say forget about that it is fixed at the ends. It is
yes,
behaving as a cantilever only.
okay. Sir, like the regions which are having lower stress, we can like remove material from that, and we can add the regions which have high stress, sir. That way we
So,
can,
so can you let me know the regions where you should have provided more material?
where the section along the length of beam where high stress is there, sir.
So where is the high stress? That's what I am asking. In your that rack, where is the high stress is getting developed?
Like we need to calculate the bending moment, sir, at that section, so that where bending moment is maximum there, according to
Let's say you are keeping the load at the free end.
cantilever and the loaded free end, sir.
Mm.
So bending moment will be maximum at fixed end, sir.
Mm. So, so can you make it? That is my question. My question is it a beam of uniform strength? You are saying no, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you make it a beam of uniform strength?
I'm not sure, sir, about the.
Sorry.
Sir, I'm not sure about exactly. That only I have the idea. Like material it can be removed. That only I have idea on that thing, sir. Not not very much sure about.
Okay. So okay, take a this column, short column, very short column.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and apply the compressive load in it. Can you draw it?
Yes, sir.
Take a short column, very short column, and apply a compressive load in it. Right? Uniaxial compressive load.
Yes, sir. I have applied.
And let us say this column is made up of concrete,
Yes, sir.
only concrete.
Okay.
So if it fails, how is it going to fail?
Sir, like since it is a short column, sir, it will fail by crushing, sir.
It will fail by crushing.
So generally, short columns fail by crushing, sir.
Can you draw the Mohr circle for this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have drawn.
Can you show me? Mhm. So how is it going to fail now? And where it is going to fail? How and where? Can you tell me with the help of this Mohr circle?
Sir, since brittle materials are weak in so brittle material generally fail by normal stresses, so that so it will fail on this transverse plane, sir, on 0 degree plane.
Why?
Sir, like because maximum normal stress will be on that plane. Brittle material
But
generally
the
fail
but
by
the
normal.
but the crushing stress of concrete is too high. Okay. So okay, Venkateshwara, let me just give you the feedback, right?
Yes,
Venkateshwara, see, even your basic is okay, and approach also seems to be okay. That means you are thinking on any particular question which is given to you. But at the same time, you need to go little detail in some of the questions. For example, when the question is out of the way,
yes,
which you have not encountered normally,
yes, sir.
right? So over there, you need to think and try to relate it to your basic understanding.
Yes, sir.
How you are preparing right now?
Sir, like I have gone through that marathon video, sir, of Dr. Vijayendra, sir,
Mm-hmm.
and have listened to some of the snap interviews, sir,
Mm-hmm.
and I have gone through the notes of material while which I have prepared for gate.
Well, okay, so just go through all the snaps, right?
Yes, sir.
See, And if you will go through all the snaps, I think more or less it will be covered.
Okay, sir.
That will be 80 to 90% will be covered, and that way I think you will be in comfortable position. So see, purpose you are able to explain me, failure more or less you are able to tell me, plasticity and elasticity also you explain me, strain hardening, how it happened, why it happened, that also you explain me. Is it good? Okay, you said that depends what we are considering, but normally I think I related to you I asked you something about in materials and in plastic range, particularly in the you said that particularly in the metal forming,
Yes, sir.
uh, it is desirable. That's what you said.
Uh, Sir, a question related to strain hardening, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, I have said like in rolling it is not desirable. I have said, sir.
Yes, it is not desirable. See, in case of cold rolling, normally when we talk about a purpose is not only to just the thickness reduction. Okay, in cold rolling, our purpose is not only the thickness reduction. We have a bigger objective also in cold rolling, that is to enhance the mechanical properties also. Okay, so normally cold rolling may whenever, because depending upon the application, different applications, you have to give the different amount of deformation to increase the maybe this strength, yield strength, etc.
Yes, sir.
by deforming it by different amount. So in that case, you will say obviously it is desired over there, because the raw material that you have produced from hot rolling, that does not have that much yield strength.
Yes, sir.
So you increase that strength by cold deforming, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
you cannot avoid. You will say that more force is required, but more force is required. What to do? If you want to increase the property and hence these mechanical properties, you have no other option. So then you cannot say that okay. In generally, yes, in hot rolling, you can say is not desired, but if it is not desired, it is not there, because in hot rolling, what you do? You are having a material which is heated above the recrystallization temperature,
Yes, sir.
and above the recrystallization temperature, all those dislocations or those imperfections are removed. So when you don't have dislocations at that particular above, so there will be no strain hardening. So when you are deforming the material through hot forming or hot rolling, then there will be no strain hardening. So it's okay, it's good. Over there you can say it's good. The purpose is thickness reduction only. You want to reduce the thickness, material thickness or the cross section by significant amount. That is good. But in cold rolling, your objective purpose is entirely different. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So the application decide. So just don't. One more thing in interview while you are speaking, don't say anything in which you may get stuck up.
Okay, sir.
For example, over here you told me something about cold work or cold rolling, where the this. So if you're not pretty clear about the cold rolling and how it is related, then don't say those words over there. Try to think of the example which can you can. Otherwise, what will happen is, if you will give an example which you are not very pretty clear, they will ask the next question from there, like I did, and there you may falter. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in interview also, just keep it in mind. Sometimes you can avoid the tricky questions. That means by deliberately not saying anything as such, where you can get stuck up. Rather, in those situations, it's better that okay, try to think and then you can say, okay, I'm not able to recall or something. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bending stress is okay, and the factors on which it depends. Okay, the parameters you told me this one. See, the next question I asked you on this was related to the, can you have the different section modulus for the same cross sectional area?
Yes, sir. You have asked.
Definitely it can have. It will depend upon how you are positioning that. You are having a beam, right?
Yes, sir.
Let us say it is of rectangular cross section.
Yes, sir.
So you are keeping it depth wise. Okay. The
Okay.
larger length is kept vertical.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why?
Okay. Sir, like depth is kept more than width, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
In that case, section modulus will be more, sir.
So that's what I'm saying. So
Yes,
cross
sir.
sectional area is same. My question was, if the cross sectional area is same,
Yes, sir.
so
Like if we,
can you
yes,
have the different section modulus for the same cross sectional area?
yes, sir. If we change the like orientation,
You change orientation.
area
Yes.
moment of inertia will change.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
So
yes,
that's
sir.
what you
Got
have.
it. Yes, sir.
So you
Got
should
it.
have thought over it.
Yes,
So see,
yes.
it is the same thing. Like had I asked the question this way, that section modulus of uh, for a beam, what should be the value of the section modulus? You will say it should be high.
Yes, sir.
How you can make it high? You could have answered most probably,
Yes, sir.
because in that case you would have realized, okay, yes, beam is kept vertical. That you have studied,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
But I asked the same question. I have not asked anything else. Just the way I framed the question, it was a little different.
Yes, sir. Got it.
So had you given a little thoughts, you may have reached to that conclusion also. Try to just work out. It is just don't, you don't have to sit simply over there. When you are sitting, just make use of your paper and pen. Draw it. You can say, okay, sir, can you give me just a few seconds? So draw. Had you drawn the triangle, rectangle, let us say, of any particular this. So when you will draw the rectangle, you realize that if I keep it vertical, may it change or not? Immediately it would have struck.
Yes, sir.
But if you will just simply think of and just try to think, okay, what does this mean? Then you may not be able to recall.
Okay.
So make use of paper and pen that you are allowed,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So you should be, it should look like that you are interacting with him, right? You can take time, ask him, okay, sir, can you allow me to think? Can you give me a few seconds? He will allow you.
Okay,
And
sir.
that those few seconds, 1 or 2, 3 seconds, if you draw it and try to think, they may give you the advantage. Something can strike.
Yes,
So
sir.
don't sit and just simply speak out.
Okay, sir.
Try to make use of paper, and who is going to stop you? If
Yes,
it
sir.
is taking little more time, you can just uh, request him. Can I take a few seconds more? 2 seconds, 3 seconds, something. Ask for 2, 4, 4, 5 seconds. You can take 6, 7 seconds. He's not counting that,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, that way. So that is the thing that you have to keep in mind while answering.
Yes.
So you're knowing, but point is, you have to think. Try to think over there. Beam of uniform strength. See, in this case, even though you know beam of uniform strength, I simply said, so you're saying that, okay, wherever if stress is more and you need to provide more area so that maximum value of the stress induced remains same. So in a cantilever, if you are doing that, you know the stress is increasing towards the
Yes, sir.
fixed end.
Yes,
So
sir.
you need to increase the area.
Sir, like your mic is muted.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Okay. So when you are just having a cantilever, so if I apply the load at the free end, obviously you are saying bending stresses will be more over here at the fixed end.
Yes, sir.
So based upon that particular value of maximum stress induced, if you will design the cross-sectional area, so at the free end, you need that particular cross.
Sir, again it is. Sir.
Audible?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
So to carry that particular load at free end, how much is the cross-sectional area required over here? You said that over here, I need a cross-sectional area of 10 mm square, let us say.
Okay, sir.
And you made a bar of 10 mm.
Yes, sir.
But you know that bar of 10 mm can carry this load, which can induce the maximum value stresses over here. But over here, the value of the stress induced is less
Yes, sir.
because bending moment is less. So
Yes, sir.
why I don't need a here 10 mm square? I need lesser.
Yes, sir.
As I'll come over here, bending moment is less, so I need a lesser cross-sectional area.
Yes, sir.
So I'm unnecessarily providing the additional. That much amount I need over here at the fixed end, 10 mm square, but not here.
Yes, sir.
So can I make it tapered?
Yes, sir. Like we can. Yes, sir. We can make.
That's what I was saying over here. That
Yes,
okay,
sir.
at the back side. So see, they can ask if you are, let us say, if you are going live with them over there, and if you are taking the same position as you have taken right now, they can frame the question based upon that, whatever they are looking at.
Yes, sir.
They are not coming with the prepared question prepared. Okay, they will see, okay, at what is that in your like backside. Okay, they say that okay, this is a rack. They will go directly into bending, or maybe they will go into fixed beams. Okay, on the both hands you have fixed it and all that. They will start framing the question. So if
Yes,
you
sir.
will go for the interview, try to avoid that particular rack. Okay,
Yes, sir.
otherwise the questions are going to come from there only. So my
Yes, sir.
point is, you can make it. So you can make that rack also, but in houses we don't normally think of that much. Okay, simple. We keep the design simple and all that,
Yes, sir. Sir,
right?
like in this question also we can calculate now, sir. Like if we find a stress at a section and if we equate to maximum stress
Mhm.
equation, from that we can know how the depth is varying or width is varying, so that we can design it.
Yes, yes. Meaning is same. That means
Yes, sir.
you don't have to allow the at any particular section. You don't have to allow the value of the stress more than its allowable strength. Allowable.
Yes, sir.
As simple as that. So it is
Yes, sir.
up to you how you are starting.
Yes, sir.
But the way of explanation could be different, but I, I just explained it in a simple way.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And the other thing that I told you was related to that beam, small, not beam, this
Column. Column, sir.
column, compressive
Short.
loading.
Yes.
So see for different loadings, see the situation, because just make use of help or take a help of Mohr circle. See, normally for many brittle materials, not all, the crushing stress is too high.
Yes, sir.
They don't crush so easily. So that means if we have to give the order for some of those brittle materials where crushing stress is highest, followed by shear and followed by tension.
Yes, sir.
That means tension in the load in tension they can carry the least, whereas in crushing they are going to carry the largest amount of load.
Yes, sir.
Whereas shear is going to be somewhere in intermediate. For some of the material, you can just cross check it in your textbooks or maybe in Google it out also.
Okay, sir.
So in this case, the crushing stress will be too high, so it is not going to fail in crushing. But since shear stress is also getting induced,
Yes, sir.
and maximally your shear stress is at 45 degree to the load being applied, right?
Yes, sir.
In Mohr circle, it is at 90 degree.
Yes, sir.
So it is going to fail at shear at 45 degree.
Okay. Sir, like
Okay.
I have read in some books like that short column generally fail due to crushing. Is
No,
it?
no, that you have studied in column. Theory of columns you may have studied. They are going to fail by crushing.
Yes, sir.
That is a general statement. There is no issue. Crushing means that only axial compressive load is acting.
Okay.
If I ask you how it is going to fail, this is a ductile material, I'm pulling it.
Yes, sir.
If I ask you how is it going to fail,
So, ductile material will fail. Tensile loading, if you apply means it will fail due to shear. So at 45 degree, it will fail, sir.
audible?
Yes, sir. So like
If
if
I ask ductile material, I'm pulling it, how is it going to fail?
you're at 45 degree plane, it will fail
No,
due
no,
to
no.
shear.
No, no. Yeah, this is the next level explanation. But gross level explanation will be you will say it is going to fail in tension.
Yes, sir.
But when you will draw the Mohr circle or if you will go into a detailed analysis, then you will say basically you will say it is subjective to tension.
Yes, sir.
But when you will draw the Mohr circle, maybe analytical also that analysis you carry out, then you will say the maximum value of the shear stress is going to be at 45-degree plane.
Yes, sir.
So it is going to fail in shear
Yes, sir.
at 45-degree plane. From where that explanation came? The same explanation comes over here. If it is a brittle material, I'm compressing it.
Yes, sir.
Whether I'm keeping it this way or horizontal and pressing it, meaning is same.
Yes, sir.
It is short column only.
Yes,
If I'm keeping it vertical, then it is a column. I'm calling it a short column. If keeping it a horizontal, then it is a beam.
yes, sir. Cantilever.
Simply compressing. There is no difference between this and that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got
But it is just to differentiate from that particular what column. Basically, that statement is made in the columns because you are having a long column and short column.
it. Yes, sir.
So their statement, general statement is made, okay, that this is going to buckle. If it is a long and short, it is going to crush some. Just go through those all the mocks. Maybe some question may be repeated and all that, but try to answer by yourself
Yes, sir.
and think that if he manipulated the questions, then what could be your answer?
Okay, sir.
And even though you take time to think, but think little deeply. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, but definitely go for the full mock at least 2 days before, so that you have time to just prepare for the if there is something lacking in that.
Yes, sir. Sure,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Okay. So, okay, Venkatesh.